Hi there guys, welcome to Dino's World. Today I'm going to give you a quick fire walkthrough and cinematic feature of the 2023 BMW F850GS. Now, you all know that I've been to the actual launch that happened last year at Tekadi, and it was one of the finest rides ever. Tekadi to Vagaman, and Chaco, my best friend, was there. And this feature happens from the Hyderabad BMW Motorrad showroom that's owned by my very good well-wisher and friend Mr. Gokul. This will be just an overview. I've already ridden it. You can watch that video where I express how it feels to ride, what kind of package it is. The 850 GS has been my pick of the lot. In fact, I completed my GS experience level 1 and 2 using the 850 GS because it's a lot more friendly. It has a slim profile tank. It is not too bulky, and adventure bikes or so-called close to dual sport motorcycles have to be very slim and slender, allowing you to maneuver through the jungle and the woods and the obstacles that you might encounter en route. And that is what makes the F850GS an absolute stellar performer when it comes to tackling bad roads or no roads, challenging terrain or jungles, mountains, you name it. This thing is right up for the task. And looking quickly at the equipment part, earlier the 850 GS was slightly on the expensive side, competing directly with the likes of the Tiger 900 because the pricing was almost close to that. But now, last year when they slashed the prices and offered only one variant which had it all, you don't have to buy the Pro pack separately. You already got the Enduro and the Enduro Pro riding modes. You had the equipment, you have dynamic ESA, you have the Shift Assist Pro, which means quick shifter and blipper is included, new turn indicators, larger 21-inch front wheel. So they mean business. When you look at the 850 GS, it means business. It is there to tackle the toughest of terrains possible while giving you the most amount of confidence to overcome that kind of terrain. And that is something that you'll understand or comprehend when you start riding the 850 GS, because it is just so good in every aspect, especially when it comes to tackling off-roads. Now, quickly running you through the equipment. 853cc is the capacity, 95 bhp and 92 newton meters of torque. So when the torque figure matches the horsepower, that's when you get a flat torque curve where you have enough amount of juice on offer in every gear across the entire RPM or the rev counter. And that is what makes the riding experience all the more special. So here you have water cooled 4-stroke parallel twin with 4 valves per cylinder, dual overhead camshaft. So the acceleration is seamless, it is very refined, it doesn't give up on you, it doesn't snap out on you, especially while doing turns. It doesn't have that low RPM issues that some of the earlier generation Tigers or the bulky adventure models had, where the low RPM, suddenly the bike shuts down, the engine cuts off, and you are left wobbling all over trying to control such a huge mammoth machine. Now, one thing is, this thing is very slim and slender and sleek. So it is not too over the top kind of heavy. If you look at the actual weight of the motorcycle, it is pretty much manageable, because the actual weight of the motorcycle is 233 kgs, but it feels a lot more lighter, and that is how good the weight distribution is on this motorcycle. It feels so lightweight and so nimble, unless and until you check the spec sheet and read the weight of the motorcycle, that is the fully fueled weight. You don't realize that it is 233 kilos that you're managing on the go. It feels less than 200 kgs. So that is where BMW Motorrad's engineering prowess comes into play. And so you have again different seat height options. You have a low seat option at 815 mm, which is very friendly for people like me who is around 5 feet 6.5. So for us, we can flat foot. and have more confidence, especially while tackling these rocks and rock crawling kind of sections of bad patches. But apart from that, I think the standard seat height is around 835, and it goes up to 875 so depending on which option you want to go ahead with, and the rally seat comes at 890 which is quite tall, so it's better for taller riders. But for people like me, I think 835 is a good balance. And you have a 15-liter tank. Now I know the GSA variant offers a larger tank, but the 15-liter tank capacity is just about right in between to offer good amount of fuel efficiency and good amount of tank range. Again, as I told you, in terms of the front and rear tires, you have a 21-inch front tire and a 17-inch rear tire. Now, what this does is the 21-inch front tire allows you to tackle and overcome any kind of obstacles that come in your way. The larger the tire, the easier it is for the vehicle to clear that obstacle. At the same time, the flickability of the bike is not compromised, and hence you get a 17-inch wheel at the back to make sure it is nice and nimble and curve savvy, to tackle the mountain twisties with a smile on your face. The 17-incher at the back not only gives you nimble swift-footedness and easy direction changes, easy maneuverability, easy flickability on the mountain twisties, but also in the city traffic, you don't have to struggle really hard to maneuver this or steer this adventure bike from BMW Motorrad. And you get a 90 by 90 tire up front and a 150 by 70 tire at the back. Calipers, you get 305 dual disc brakes up front with floating caliper, dual piston caliper, and at the back you get a single 265 disc brake with a single piston full floating caliper. So yeah, and the best part is you do get BMW Motorrad ABS, which is actually dual channel ABS, which is disengageable. You can actually turn off ABS completely in the Enduro Pro mode. So that is something that any off-roader or any off-road junkie would be hoping for when you're shelling that amount of cash. You would want to be able to turn off ABS and also traction control. Now, I don't recall whether we're given the option to turn off traction control completely. Maybe it is, or maybe in the Enduro Pro mode, by default, the ABS and the traction control gets disengaged, is what I can recall. But please do watch my ride impression. I'll leave a link to that where everything is clearly explained, because I ride through off-road terrain and I ride through tarmac as well. And apart from that, you get a cast aluminum dual swing arm, which can take on any kind of punishment at any kind of scenario, anywhere, anytime. And that is something that really adds on to the overall chassis. You get a bridge type chassis with steel shell construction, so it is as rugged as it can get. It is really rugged, and it is really capable of tackling the worst kind of terrains imaginable by you. And even the wheelbase is well set at 1593 so it is a perfect balance of giving good high speed stability. You can cruise easily at around 125-130 kilometers per hour, and at the same time it offers good flickability through congested stop and go traffic. You get spoke wheels with tubeless tires. That is another major plus. Spoke wheels are able to take on more punishment when it comes to off-road terrains when compared to alloy wheels, and especially regions like Pangong and Somoriri, where you have endless off-road. I think spoke wheels can take on that punishment much more easily and effortlessly when compared to alloy wheels, without you running the risk of cracking the alloy wheels and etc. And front wheel, again the suspension is 43 USD forks. Again, these offer a perfect blend of performance, offering confidence inspiring directional changes, helping you maintain the line through corners, through mountain twisties with utmost precision. And at the same time, it has a good amount of suspension travel. You have around nearly from 215 to 230 of suspension travel, depending on the lowering kit, whether you opt for it or not. At the back, you have a suspension travel of 210 to 195 depending on whether you are opting for the seat lowering kit or suspension lowering kit. So this is what makes the 850GS a complete package. It is nimble, it is swift-footed, it is easy to make direction changes, it is easy to handle on a day-to-day basis for city rides, but on the highway, man, it is rock solid at cruising speeds, and you can actually push it further. It is rev happy, it has abundance of torque, it is a really engaging riding experience, and it is so effortless to ride. So people after long rides, if it is a heavy, bulky machine, you become tired. You really become tired managing the entire weight along with the luggage and all. But here, because it is very slim, slender profile design, almost like a dual sport, you don't feel that you're carrying a lot of weight or managing a lot of weight. It is well distributed. Once you take off, you don't have to put your foot down. It is so well balanced. And at the same time, it is effortless to ride with the quick shifter, the throttle response, the suspension is like an absolute limousine. Trust me, it is like a limousine, like any pothole or anything you come across. You don't have to slow down. It just clears it with utmost ease. So that is what makes the 850GS an absolute stellar performer, even better, dare I say that, even better than 1250 GS, because for me, more than the Boxer, I love the 1200 GS, but yeah, 1250 GS with the shift cam is amazing, no doubt. But this one, for off-roaders who like to take the roads less traveled and want to explore the unknown, then or the uncharted territory, I think the 850GS is far more easily manageable off-road. The 1250GS, on the other hand, is far more easy to enjoy or relish, or just set yourself free on the tarmac, on the highways. That's where the 1250GS feels like, comes full circle and offers you a limousine kind of a ride and effortless kind of a ride. But the 850 offers the best of both worlds. It will come out with flying colors, and that is saying the least. So you can try your hand at it, you can thrash it around. I can guarantee you that it'll surpass your expectations, and that's what makes my favorite, the 850GS, one of the finest adventure bikes out there in the world. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see and want to see more pure automobile content coming your way, stay tuned right here at Dino's Vault. And if you haven't seen my Tekadi ride video, please do watch it. It is lush green with the most picturesque scenery and surrounding, and I'm sure you'll love that vlog, riding through rain, heavy rain, torrential rain as well. So thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and ride safe.